If I played, we win, of course. So I do feel it's my fault that we lost. But I don't feel wrong for what I did at all.
Draymond Jamal Green, born March 4th, 1990. When people think about the Golden State Warriors dynasty, names like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant usually come to mind first. But behind all 4 championships was another player many believe served as the emotional heartbeat of those teams. Draymond Green wasn't the leading scorer, the biggest star, or the face of the franchise, but his defense, toughness, leadership, and basketball IQ helped transform Golden State from a good team into one of the greatest dynasties the sport has ever seen. At the same time, Draymond's career has always come with controversy. Technical fouls, suspensions, confrontations, and emotional outbursts have followed him almost as closely as championship rings. While those moments were often dismissed as part of what made him effective, some of them carried consequences that stretched far beyond a single game or season. The Warriors won 4 championships with Draymond Green. The question is whether they could have won even more. Looking back, there are several moments where his actions may have altered the direction of the franchise in ways Golden State never fully recovered from. And if that's true, then the Draymond Green experience may have cost the Warriors an even bigger dynasty. What happened? Let's talk about it. Salute to Tao Fiksaka 17 on YouTube for this request. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth. Let's get it, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know who I should do next. Draymond Green is a 6'6" power forward from Saginaw, Michigan. A tough, versatile defender with a reputation for doing the dirty work, Green wasn't viewed as a future superstar growing up. Despite a successful high school career at Saginaw High, he was considered undersized for an NBA frontcourt player and lacked the athletic profile to typically generate lottery pick buzz. Green committed to Michigan State, where he spent 4 seasons under legendary coach Tom Izzo. Over time, he developed into one of the most complete players in college basketball. As a senior, he averaged 16.2 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 3.8 assists while leading the Spartans to a Big Ten championship and a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. His all-around game earned him Big Ten Player of the Year honors and a consensus first-team All-American recognition. Even with an impressive college resume, NBA scouts questioned whether Green fit at the next level. He was considered too small to play power forward full-time and not skilled enough offensively to be a traditional wing. Those concerns caused him to slide into the second round of the 2012 NBA draft, where the Golden State Warriors selected him with the 35th overall pick. What happened next exceeded even the most optimistic projections. Green evolved from a second-round role player into a 4-time All-Star, former Defensive Player of the Year, and one of the most influential defenders of his generation. Alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, he helped build a dynasty. But while Green became one of the Warriors' greatest success stories, several moments throughout his career also played a major role in shaping what that dynasty ultimately became. Stunt number 1, the suspension that changed NBA history. By the summer of 2016, the Warriors were on top of the basketball world. They had just completed a record-breaking 73-win season, Steph Curry became the first unanimous MVP in league history, and Golden State had a commanding 3-1 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. One more win, and they could cap off arguably the greatest NBA season of all time. Instead, the dynasty suffered its first major self-inflicted wound. Late in Game 4, Draymond Green became involved in an incident with LeBron James that resulted in the league upgrading the play to a flagrant 1 after review. Because Green had accumulated too many flagrant foul points throughout the postseason, the ruling triggered an automatic suspension for Game 5. Whether fans agree with the decision or not isn't really the point. The reality is that the Warriors suddenly lost one of their most important players with the championship hanging in the balance. Without Green, Golden State dropped Game 5 at home. For the first time all series, Cleveland looked like a team that believed it could actually come back. LeBron James and Kyrie Irving each scored 41 points, and the momentum completely shifted. The Cavaliers carried that confidence into Game 6, forcing a winner-take-all Game 7 back in Oakland. To Green's credit, he responded with one of the best performances of his career in Game 7, finishing with 32 points, 15 rebounds, and 9 assists, while shooting 6 for 8 from 3. But by then, the damage had already been done. The Warriors lost 93-89, becoming the first team in NBA Finals history to blow a 3-1 lead. The ripple effects were enormous. Steph Curry lost what likely would have been his first Finals MVP. The 73-win Warriors became remembered as much for the collapse as the record itself. LeBron James delivered the most iconic championship in Cleveland sports history, and perhaps most importantly, Golden State's aura of invincibility disappeared overnight. The Warriors would later recover by signing Kevin Durant and won 2 more championships and another without him, but that doesn't change what happened in 2016. A dynasty that seemed destined to finish off the greatest season ever instead watched the trophy slip away. Fair or unfair, Draymond Green's suspension remains one of the defining points of the entire Warriors era, and a moment that changed NBA history forever. Stunt number 2, running Kevin Durant out of Golden State. If the 2016 suspension cost the Warriors a championship, the fallout from Draymond Green's feud with Kevin Durant may have cost them something even bigger: the chance to build the greatest dynasty in NBA history. By the 2018-19 season, Golden State had already won back-to-back championships with Durant on the roster and appeared nearly unbeatable when healthy. Curry, Durant, Klay Thompson, and Green were all still in their primes. While the rest of the league searched desperately for answers, the Warriors looked positioned to dominate for years to come. Then came the moment that changed everything. On November 12, 2018, during an overtime game against the Clippers, Green grabbed a rebound in the closing seconds and pushed the ball himself rather than passing to Durant. He lost control, the Warriors failed to get a shot off, and the game headed into overtime. During their timeout on the bench, cameras captured a heated exchange between Green and Durant. Reports later revealed Green told Durant things that cut much deeper than basketball, including reminding him that the Warriors had won before he arrived and suggesting they didn't need him to win again. Golden State suspended Green for 1 game, but the damage had already been done. What made the situation so significant wasn't the argument itself. Teams argue all the time. It was what the argument represented. For the first time, the tension that many suspected existed beneath the surface became public. Durant looked less like a member of the family and more like an outsider who happened to be helping them win championships. As the season progressed, speculations about Durant's future only intensified. Then came free agency. Despite 3 finals appearances and 2 finals MVP awards, Durant left the Warriors for Brooklyn. Just like that, the most talented roster of the modern era was finished. Nobody can say for certain Green alone caused Durant to leave. There were multiple factors involved, and Durant had already faced years of criticism from joining the Golden State Warriors in the first place. But it's impossible to ignore how often that Clippers argument is mentioned whenever the split is discussed. Even Durant later admitted that the incident exposed cracks within the organization. The Warriors still added another championship in 2022, but there's no telling how many they might have won had Durant stayed. Instead of chasing 6 or 7 titles together, one of basketball's greatest partnerships came to an abrupt end, and whether intentional or not, Draymond Green played a major role in making sure it never reached its full potential. Stunt number 3, the Jordan Poole punch changed the future. By 2022, the Warriors had seemingly pulled off the impossible. After injuries, roster turnover, and questions about whether their dynasty was over, they climbed back to the top of the NBA and won another championship. Even more encouraging was the emergence of Jordan Poole, a young scorer who looked capable of helping bridge the gap between an aging championship core and the franchise's future. Poole had developed from a struggling young player into one of the league's most dangerous offensive weapons. During the 21-22 season, he averaged nearly 19 points per game and played a crucial role in Golden State's championship run. Many believed he could have eventually become the offensive centerpiece once Curry, Thompson, and Green began slowing down. Then, everything changed during training camp before the 22-23 season. A video leaked showing Draymond Green punching Poole during a practice altercation. Not shoving him, not arguing with him, punching him with enough force to send him crashing backward. The footage immediately became one of the most talked about incidents in modern NBA history. While Green publicly apologized, the image was impossible to erase. The biggest problem wasn't simply the punch itself, it was what followed. Reports surfaced that relationships inside the locker room had been damaged. Players were forced to answer questions about the incident for months. Instead of beginning a title defense focused on basketball, the Warriors spent the season dealing with the controversy of their own making. Poole's performance declined noticeably after signing a large contract extension. Whether that punch directly caused that decline is impossible to prove, but it became one of the defining storylines surrounding his struggles. Less than a year after helping Golden State win a championship, Poole was traded to Washington. Just as importantly, the Warriors effectively chose Draymond over the younger player. The organization doubled down on the veteran core that had delivered championships rather than continuing to build around the next generation. Since then, Golden State has struggled to develop a clear succession plan while searching for enough offense around Curry. Jordan Poole may have never became the superstar some envisioned, but that's not really the point. The Warriors believed enough in him to hand him a massive contract and viewed him as part of their future. That future disappeared almost overnight. For a dynasty already battling age and time, losing a promising young piece was a costly setback. And once again, one of the defining moments of the Warriors era involved Draymond Green creating a problem that didn't need to exist. All in all, Draymond Green will be remembered as one of the most unique and successful players of his generation. A second-round pick who became a 4-time champion, Defensive Player of the Year, multiple-time All-Star, and the emotional leader of one of basketball's greatest dynasties is an incredible success story by any standard. At the same time, it's fair to wonder what Golden State left on the table because of him. The 2016 suspension helped open the door for the Cavaliers' historic comeback. His public feud with Kevin Durant contributed to one of the most talented teams ever assembled breaking apart sooner than it had to, and the Jordan Poole incident damaged the relationship with a young player the organization once viewed as part of its future. None of those moments erase what Draymond Green helped the Warriors accomplish, but they do raise an interesting question. If Golden State won 4 championships with Draymond Green, how many more could they have won without some of the controversy that followed him throughout his career? It's a debate that will likely continue after both Draymond and the Warriors dynasty are gone. So I ask you, did Draymond Green cost the Warriors an even bigger dynasty? Let me know in the comments below. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'm out.